Another day, another drama, and in this video we're gonna talk about Trump complaining once again, and whether or not his complaints actually have some sort of goal, or whether he's just like a chronic complainer. And we are gonna discuss that and how you can use that in your life, in your career, whatever you do. Maybe it's sport, because this channel is about sports psychology. Don't forget to subscribe, and let's start right away. There are basically two types of mindsets that you can have. The mindset number one is the cause mindset, right? You believe that you can affect the reality around you. You believe that you have an impact on what's happening with you, to you, and around you, right? And there is the second mindset, which is basically the mindset of being an effect of circumstances, effect of the information that is happening, that you receive, effect of people that surround you. And this mindset doesn't really imply that you're supposed to, actually maybe do a lot of stuff about your life, because stuff just happening to you, right? And the reason why I'm explaining this is because complaining is usually the second type of mindset aftermath, right? Like if you think that you're in effect and you can't really do anything about what's happening in your life, you think that you're in effect of whatever circumstances, information, unfairness that happens to you. Let's come back to Donald Trump. Donald Trump really doesn't look like and doesn't act like he is in this effect state of mind, right? Because he fights like insane. He's a great fighter. He fights till the end. In fact, if you watch some of his old interviews, he emphasizes that if you're a quitter, don't even start anything, just go and be a loser. Basically, that's what he says. That's not what I'm telling you, because I believe that anyone can learn to fight, and anyone can learn to be mentally tough, and as mentally tough as even Donald Trump. It just takes practice, and it takes certain exercises, and it takes understanding a certain type of mindset. So why are there so many videos of Donald Trump complaining online? You can find them on YouTube. Media shows them every day, and it is because he really, and this is my personal opinion, right? I'm not telling you that you should have this sort of opinion. This is just my opinion. I believe that he complains. The only reason he complains is to get to a certain goal, and sometimes this goal is to discredit media. Sometimes this goal is to change situation, like with the election, right? Election fraud claims, right? Like he thinks that these claims can have an impact, right, on the result, and sometimes he just thinks that that's the right thing, and obviously it isn't. But if he was actually a chronic complainer, as sometimes media portrays him, he wouldn't have done anything, right? Because his 4 years of presidency had really showed the truth of Murphy's Law, which basically goes like this: anything that can go wrong will go wrong. And that's what we see, what we saw happening in these 4 years. Literally, Black Lives Matter, what else happened? Coronavirus, everything, literally everything. He was so prepared. He was trying so hard, and I believe, I don't know, you might have a different opinion, and that is okay to have different opinions, and that's what I stand by. Like, we shouldn't all have the same opinion, but I'm just sharing my opinion. Unemployment rates, I believe, were very low. I'm not sure if they were the lowest in all time, but as far as I know, unemployment rates were so low. I know for a fact that stock market was skyrocketing, especially in February, right? And he seemed so prepared. And sometimes in sport and life, it just happens that this Murphy's Law is basically testing whether or not you're actually prepared for success to come. And we can see a lot of athletes really complaining, and a lot of athletes, even elite athletes, we see elite athletes really doing well with accepting the reality as it is, and really not just understanding that this is the part of life. And when I say this, I mean this Murphy's Law, right, that anything that could go wrong will go wrong, but it doesn't mean that this is the end of, I don't know, elections. Sometimes you can Yeah, sometimes you can do what Donald Trump is doing. You can go to the court and sue the states or whatever he's doing. Yeah, so you are either the cause of what's happening in your life or the effect. And the most important thing is what mindset you're in. If you are in a cause mindset, right, you are most of the time living in the present moment and thinking about what can I do right now to change the situation. Because the reality is all we have is right now, right? Like all we can change is what we're doing right now, like right this second. Well, what can I do? And people who live in the effect state of mind, they usually think about the past, about the future, and what's gonna happen here and what's gonna happen there, and usually it gets them nowhere, right? Because it's just yeah, you can't live in your past and in your future. And as I've said, and I'm gonna repeat that again, Donald Trump is the guy who I believe lives very obviously in the present moment. He is the guy who does everything he can do to change and have an impact on a situation. His complaints are actually, I believe it is his strategy. It is his strategy to impact people's opinion. It is a strategy to impact the outcome of the election. And I don't remember if I've said that already, but I thought it many times. That's why I'm not sure if I've said it so many times already, or whether I have said it at all. He is not a chronic complainer. This is my opinion. I think he realizes that there is this certain personality that he has to show to the world in order to have a certain impact on what is happening. And you can see an example of people, I don't remember if I've said that once again, of athletes who are accepting the world as it is in the moment and understanding that there is this Murphy's Law and that you have to accept it and you have to move forward. And sometimes even if you're prepared 100% and if you are doing everything you can and everything is going for you, stuff can happen, you know, and that's just part of it, and that's just part of life, and that's just part of the game and part of I don't know, part of life. And once you're able to accept life for what it is and not really just resist it and be in this effect state of mind, you are powerful and you haven't failed, because you just keep going and keep fighting. And that's what we can really, I believe, learn from Donald Trump. I believe, and I've already said that, I believe that Donald Trump shares so many great tips on mental toughness, on how to live your life, on how to handle pressure. And there is some, even if you don't like Donald Trump, I believe that there is something to learn from him, and there is something to learn from people as successful as he is. I don't know whether or not he is gonna win this election, but I do definitely think that this guy is a fighter, and he is definitely not a complainer, and he lives in the present moment. And that is something, these are the ideas. If you only follow these rules, and you're working hard, obviously, and you're working on your mental toughness, which is what this channel is about. And don't forget to subscribe if you haven't already. This is what this channel is about. If you're working on this thing, then you are in this effect state of mind and you believe that you can change the reality, you are automatically gonna stop complaining. Because I know that there are just so many people say, oh, don't complain, and it's just not working. It's not working like that. You have to change your whole mindset, and then not complaining is gonna be just the side effect of you feeling powerful and in charge of your life and in charge of the things that are happening around you. Obviously, you can't control everything, but if the things that you can't control, you can control eventually by looking at them from a different point of view. You know what I'm saying? The things, if we change how we look at things, things change. That's maybe a little bit too complicated, but That's what so many people prophesy, and what you focus on grows, and complaining is basically focusing on negative things, and if you focus on something negative, it is gonna grow in your life. And that sounds so, I don't know if corny is the right word, but that sounds so pathetic, but this is so true. And basically the idea of this video is to change your mindset. Stop thinking that you're an effect of everything that is happening around you, and start living as a cause. And living in the cause means living in the present moment, understanding that a lot of times life is going to be unfair, whether it is media portrayal of you or whether it is maybe just an unlucky situation during the match or in your business. Now, thank you so much for watching this video till the end. Click the subscribe button, click all the buttons that you can click on, and go to my channel and watch other videos, or click on one of the videos that has appeared somewhere here right now. Thank you guys.